Hello everybody, my name is Cleo. Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be taking you along as I apartment hunt again in New York City. I made an apartment hunting video like 2 years ago when the last time I moved, but now it is that time again, except this time I'm looking to move out to live on my own. And for some reason, trying to find a place to live on your own is even more of a struggle than it is when you live with a roommate. I think it's just because, yeah, there's so many people looking to live alone in New York, and also they make very quick decisions because it's only themselves that have to decide, and it's highly competitive, very stressful, and I'm straight up down in the dumps right now because I still do not have a place, spoiler alert, but I'm just gonna show you a handful of apartments that I did see and kind of talk through what I'm looking for and why they didn't work out. But yes, this is gonna be my first video in my kind of moving out series, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss all my upcoming videos as I try to show what's like moving out and then moving into a new place in New York. But yeah, with that, we can get into the first apartment. And walking into this first place, they actually had a couple of units across the 4 buildings that they owned, and so I saw a bunch of them, but this was the first one that I saw. And walking in, I saw that there was a closet, which was a plus because I currently do not have a closet, so I was like, it'd be nice if my next place had a place for me to put my clothes. So that was nice. And then walking in to the left-hand side was the bathroom. I'm super picky about bathrooms. Like, they have to be super clean, nice, and new. Like, I cannot with like gross bathrooms. Also, I'm like really picky. I hate bathrooms with like sliding doors. I actually kind of low-key also prefer tubs over standing showers just because I feel like tubs are kind of easier to clean. I'm not really about the whole crouching to the ground to get into the crevices of a standing shower situation, but anyways. And then you walk further down and it is a studio, and like to the left-hand side is the kitchen. I mean, the kitchen appliances were new and nice enough, and I like that there was a lot of cabinets and storage space for all my pots and pans and whatnot. Also, big plus was that it's a gas stove. I really highly prefer gas stoves over electric just because I feel like for cooking, gas stoves are better low-key, but not a deal breaker. There was a dishwasher, which is nice because I hate washing dishes, but then the rest of the space is just, you know, a studio. It's like kind of small, as they all are in New York, and then there's like a little window sitch to let in natural light, and then there is a little like HVAC unit. The thing I noticed though was like it was so dark. There's something about it. The lighting was really dark. The energy was weird. I couldn't really quite put my finger on it, but vibes were off. I don't know if it was like really hot that day and like the AC wasn't working, so that I felt some kind of like way, and it was really humid and muggy. Either way, I did not love, but I mean, it was fine. In terms of price, this unit came out to be around $2,800 to $2,900 a month. I don't exactly remember the exact number, but that was kind of the price range. In terms of building amenities, this place did have a nice little cute rooftop in case I wanted to, you know, have like a little summer get together, a little barbecue on the roof, or just some fresh air. So that was nice. And they also have laundry in building, which is one of my deal breakers, is like if there's no laundry in unit or in building, like that's a no-go because I cannot be bothered to go lug my laundry to a secondary location, unfortunately. There's also like a game room slash like rec room for people to hang out in. And of course, there's also a gym, which is nice because then I was like, then I can cancel my current gym membership and just kind of work out here, which is not no cost savings. So that was nice. And this was another unit that I saw in a completely different building. The cost of this was $3,100 a month, which is steep. I know. I don't even know how anyone affords to live in New York City. I'm like, $3,100 a month. I'm like, is everyone out here paying these prices? That's insane. Anyways, so this was the place that I saw, and like when you walk in, I saw that like the kitchen appliances were super new. Also, I loved the light wood of the kitchen. Of course, there's a stove, a dishwasher, a microwave. It was an electric stove though, so I was like, but I mean, again, not a deal breaker. And then as you walk in, there's this huge closet. I'm like, this closet is the size of my current room, and it's not even an exaggeration, unfortunately. And I was just like daydreaming about the fact that I can finally put my clothes up, which is nice. And then you walk in and yeah, it's just a studio. I feel like it had better lighting than the first place that I saw. Pretty high ceilings, and then again, the closet, and then the bathroom was nice. I think the bathroom was adequate. It was like new and nice enough that I would be fine with it. And it had like a little bit of storage space. And yeah, similar to the other building, they did have laundry in building, and also a really cute, really nice rooftop. I think the views were super nice here. Yeah, it's like super expansive, so I could totally like host if I wanted to. They also had a gym in the building, which is great. And in terms of why I didn't go with this building, ultimately it was just a little bit outside my price range. Also, it was a little bit further away from kind of the rest of the stuff, like where coffee shops and restaurants are. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with the unit. I love the closet, to be honest, and like the building amenities were fine. It was just like the second building that I saw, and because it was a little bit outside my price range, I decided to kind of keep looking because I had a little bit more time to try to find something a little bit more affordable. But I mean, the unit itself was like fine. Like I feel like I would have been happy living there, but ultimately I decided to pass and keep looking. And this next unit is a little bit rogue. I was like, okay, I want something more within my price range and still really brand new and have like a nice bathroom, a nice kitchen, nice lighting, etc. So I decided, I was like, you know, I'm gonna be a little adventurous and check out Bed-Stuy, which is deeper in Brooklyn. I've never been out in that area before, but the building was like a brand new construction. Like they weren't even done building it yet, and the unit was super nice, but I'll show you what it looks like. This is one of the studio layouts they had in this brand new building in Bed-Stuy. Like when you walk in, you're greeted by the kitchen, and then on the right hand side is the bathroom. And let me tell you, I was gagged by this bathroom. I was like, okay, yes, with the gray stone things and like the light wood accents and the lighting, and then you pan over and it's just like the general open studio area. There's like two little like AC things, and then you look out the window, and we were right next to the train tracks. And then there's like a tiny little closet, which is better than what I'm rocking with right now, which is no closet. But yeah, it was really nice. And I also liked that this bathroom had like a lot of storage. There was storage behind the mirror, and there's also like a little cabinet situation down below. So yeah, it was cute. And this building was brand new, so they were still building out a lot of things, but they had a cute little terrace, which was really cute to just like hang out in during the summertime or whenever. And of course there was a gym in the building, which was like all brand new and like no one had used it yet because like no one had moved in. But yeah, that was really nice. And in terms of pricing for a studio here, it was $31.50, but they were giving out some free months. So then on like a net effective basis, it was closer to like $2.5, $2.6 a month, which is still a lot in terms of like monthly paychecks of what you're giving. But yeah, the unit was really nice and brand new. No one had lived in it yet. But the main downside for me, to be honest, was location. It was out in Bed-Stuy, which meant they would take me like maybe an hour to get into Manhattan, which is a little bit of a trek. Like even going to the viewing was a little bit of a road trip. And so after thinking about it for a little bit, I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to move that far out yet. So ultimately I had to pass. And this next one was also a little bit rogue. I decided to look out of my usual neighborhoods and head to Sunnyside, Queens, which is not really that far from things, if I'm being honest. Well, I didn't think it was that far, but every time I told my friend I was looking in Sunnyside, they'd be like, what the frick? But it's really not that bad. It's like on the 7 line, it's only a few stops from Grand Central, so it's like actually totally doable. But I actually almost signed this place because when I walked in, I was like, oh, okay, natural light. It was literally so flooded with the sunlight, which I love. I love natural light, and like it was so like stunning. It was stunning. I was like, okay, it's giving. And then when I panned around, and like the bathroom was nice and new. Again, this was a completely new construction, so no one had lived in it yet. And so yeah, the bathroom was like super new and super cute and super clean. It was a tub. And like the kitchen, I really like the layout of the kitchen. I think it's kind of rare to have a setup like this where the kitchen counter is kind of like separated like that, so then when you're washing the dishes you could be facing the window. I really like that, just because I feel like it's just easier to host and it's like less claustrophobic, and I was into it. Yeah, nice kitchen, and also gas stove, real vents, love that. The only downside was that there was no dishwasher, which I didn't think was actually a deal breaker for me, but then once I thought about it some more, I was like a little bit bummed that there's no dishwasher because again, I hate washing the dishes. But that wasn't a deal breaker at all. Like I could have dealt. Also, this place did not have a closet, which again I could deal with because I currently / have never had a closet in my New York City apartments. But it was super nice. I literally almost signed it. And in terms of the amenities of the building, they had this incredible rooftop. The views were so nice and like the sun was setting. I could see Manhattan. It was so beautiful, and they also had a cute little co-working space that they were still filling out, and of course laundry and building. It was 2.8K a month. I kind of really liked it. I almost signed it, but the only thing was like after I thought about it some more, I wasn't sure if I was ready to leave like my current neighborhood and like go out into Queens where I wouldn't know anybody. Even though there's like a lot of food and a lot of great stuff in the area, I kind of just paused and was like, maybe I should keep looking before I decide to make my trek out to Queens. So I ultimately had to pass, but I mean, I really did like the unit. And this next unit is one of the greatest tragedies of my life. It was a rare gem of a find. It was literally the perfect apartment. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. They were giving no broker's fee, 1 free month at a rent-stabilized apartment building. It was actually an insane deal, and it was honestly the fight of my life to try to get it, and unfortunately I lost. I'm still not over it, and I'm extremely depressed about it because I was like already daydreaming about living there. The moment I walked in, I was like, this is it. This is meant for me. Unfortunately, literally 15 other people felt the same way, and I couldn't even get my application in. I was like, how's that possible? I was like the first one at the viewing, and I texted the broker before I even left the freaking unit, and for some reason I still couldn't even apply. I'm like, what is going on? Like, this is literally madness. But anyways, let me show you the building / unit in question. So when you walk in, you are greeted by this space. Lovely kitchen, but I will say it is an electric stove, like no vent situation, but whatever. There's a little balcony, we love that. And then you walk and there's the bathroom. The lights weren't working at the time, but the bathroom was like really nice and new. I was into it. Love the little square shower head. And then there was this massive closet, which I was living for. I was like, this is a full, like this closet is big enough to be like a whole separate room. But yeah, it was like really great, mainly for like the price, because on a net effective basis it was like around 2.8, but in a rent stabilized building, like bro, that's so good. Also, this building usually has a broker's fee, but this time around they waived it because they were really trying to get someone to fill it. But I was really into the whole thing. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad. Like, I loved the kitchen. Like, look at this. It has like a dishwasher. It has like a lot of storage space. Like, everything is really new, and like these cabinets were cool. I was like, wow, I can put so much stuff around here. Yeah, man. And then what else? This building had a really nice rooftop, of course, really cute views, and had like a little co-working space. So like if you ever had friends that came over, like they could work there. And then of course there was a gym in the building and also laundry. But yeah, oh my gosh, it was such a deal. I really liked it. Like, had natural light, new appliances, new kitchen, new bathroom. Ugh. But unfortunately, I lost out and did not get this unit, but that is okay. What is meant for me will not pass me, so I just kept on looking. And these next units that I saw were kind of in the same-ish area, but just a little bit further out into Queens. And the building was also brand new, like new construction. No one had ever lived in it yet. And on a gross basis, it was like $3,500 a month, which is crazy. But I think they were doing some sort of deal where like the net rent would be $3,100. And I didn't quite understand the whole payment structure, but they were like, oh, you can pay only the net every month. But then I was like, okay, wait, then like where does the rest of the money come from? Anyways, whatever. So this was the first unit that I saw, which was a studio, and like when you walk in, you're greeted with this like kind of like L-shaped kitchen. Again, everything was brand new, like the lighting was lit. I really liked kind of like the lighter wood and like the white cabinet situation. There was a stove, there was a dishwasher, and then you turn around and it's just like the studio area. And loved the bathroom, to be honest, like super cute. And then there's also a balcony situation. And then when I turned around, there was like a little closet, and yeah, it was cute. I mean, like I really liked kind of like the natural lighting and the fact that everything was brand new. I mean, it was lovely and beautiful, of course. It's just like I was a little bit worried about the pricing, because I'm like, if like this year on a net basis is 31, but next year will be 35, that means likely I would have to move out, because I'm like, I don't want to pay 35 next year. And so I felt like I was a little bit worried about the pricing. But the building itself was so beautiful. Like they have this like co-working space, which was like so cute. I'm like, wow, what a vibe. It literally looks like a virtual background. I'm like, it's so cute. And then of course they had gym in building, which has all the necessary equipment that I would need. I'm like, I don't need a bunch of bells and whistles. And of course laundry in building. They were still kind of like building stuff out because like people hadn't lived here yet. But yeah, the building was so lovely. And there was actually a sister building across the street, which I also toured some of their units, which I will show now. So this one was slightly cheaper, I think, on a net basis, like maybe by like 50 bucks. So it was still around like 3,100, but it was nice. Like when you walk in, like you're greeted by the kitchen on the left side, and like interestingly enough, this was kind of like an alcove situation. So like you would tuck your bed in this back corner, which could kind of be nice maybe as like a little separation of space. And then like you'd be sitting, or you'd be next to the window. There was a closet, which was nice. And then of course like the kitchen again has the dishwasher, has the stove, etc. And then the bathroom kind of just looks the same as the one before. And then there was a little balcony situation. It's like not huge, but maybe it's kind of nice to get fresh air every once in a while anyways. So yeah, there's that. And this building had a really nice rooftop, really expansive and wide, and like you can just like hang out here, you know? It's super big and have good views, good vibes. And of course this building also had a gym, but this gym is like bigger, surprisingly. So it was really nice. And then of course co-working spaces that you can just hang out in, which is nice, like if you needed it. And there was like another little terrace situation on the second floor. So yeah, it was like all super cute. I think at the end of it, it was just like the price point was a little steep, and also it was like one smidge like deeper into Queens than I wanted it to be. Even though it was like close to the subway, I feel like my day-to-day routine would have been different because yeah, there's just like not that much stuff accessible walking wise. I wasn't sure how I felt about the fact that I would likely have to move out after 1 year just because of the price. So ultimately I decided to pause and pass on that one for now, just because I was like, maybe I can find somewhere in a better location that I want, because I still have a little bit of time. But with that, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you for the next one.